Hi everybody, welcome back to Mediocre Whiskey Review. I'm Jill. Today we're doing a mediocre whiskey review. Stick around. Alright folks, so today I have a new one that I got. I was gonna do like the whole uncorking thing, new bottle pop and all that. But I already poured it out of having to open it up, and I poured it, like, here's my little plastic stuff from the top. So, like, almost. We were this close to having the new bottle opening. This is Woodinville, and it is the Woodinville bourbon whiskey finished in port casks. This is 90 proof. So a little information on this. 90 proof, pot distilled. It is distilled, bottled, and aged by Woodinville Whiskey Company in Woodinville, Washington. I saw somewhere online, I don't know how much truth there is to it, that this is aged for 5 years, and then it is put into ruby port casks for 6 months. The mash bill that I found on it said 72 corn, 22% rye, and 6% malted barley. So that's the information I have on that. I picked this bottle up, which, by the way, I paid $48 for this. But I picked this bottle up because it is finished in port casks. And I really enjoy whiskeys finished in port casks, some of them. Like, I have a couple that are finished in different wine barrels that I am not a fan of. As we all know, probably the best whiskey finished in port casks is Angel's Envy. It absolutely one of my favorites for sure. So sometimes I just try to find things that might be similar to it, and we're gonna see if this is. But anyway, so the color on it is very red. It is very wine-esque, and could be good, could be bad. Don't know. We're gonna find out though. In the comments, like, let me know if my glass looks awful. Let me know if you enjoy finished whiskeys. If you don't, if you do, if there's one in particular that you like that maybe I haven't tried, I would love to try it. So let me know what it is. Okay, the nose on that is really, really good. I got vanilla and caramel, but there's like a big fat juicy grape in there, which makes sense. It's got a very pleasant nose on it. Something caught my eye over there. I thought something moved. It didn't. I'm the only one here. That does have a very pleasant nose to it. So we're gonna jump in and see how it tastes. All right, are we ready to taste it? I am. I'm excited. I have zero things to say about that first sip because I think I need another one to determine if what I think about the first sip is correct. And if it is correct, then there's a whole nother discussion about to happen. Cleansing the palate, I will say, I don't know why I'm clapping at you. The first sip definitely had that drying wine quality that I am not a fan of, which not all of them do, and I know that, but a lot of the whiskeys that I have that are finished in wine barrels have that drying mouthfeel to it. The nose on it is it's so good. We're gonna try the palate again. And if it's the same as the first. Are we ready? Okay. So, right away, there was some spice. There was, you know, a little bit of spice in there, which it's 22% rye. That's expected. And that spice was immediately followed up by dirty feet, wet, dirty socks. I think, here's what I think happened. I think wherever they got their wine barrels from, I think the person that mashed the grapes for the wine forgot to wash their feet. And maybe they had a little case of athlete's foot. I don't know. Maybe they just used sour grapes. I'm gonna shut up. No, we're not gonna do this. We're not being negative today. I always do 3 sips, and we're gonna do a third one. Full disclosure, I do not want to. But we're gonna do a third one and see how it is. Currently, not impressed. Currently not. I'm at the point I don't want to take another sip. But we're going to be fair about things. We're going to do it. I can't even imagine how my face looks right now, because like I feel like it's contorted in the most ridiculous way. Y'all, when I tell you that that's not good, I mean, like, maybe, obviously I'm being slightly dramatic about the feet thing, but maybe the wood was bad, right? Like maybe there was some rotten wood in the barrels. I'm trying to find some explanation for why this tastes the way it does. Granted, obviously they have people tasting these things before they bottle it. But whoever tasted this and said, that's really good, I would love to know if they're still employed, because they shouldn't be. I have never, I don't think I have ever tasted a whiskey and just immediately been like, nope, that's no good. And I hate that I feel that way right now. That's not very good. It's not very good at all. So, you know, I said that, sorry, I have to get that funk out of my mouth. I said that I got this because I was hoping it was similar to the Angel Zimmy. I was wrong. It is not. But I did pour me some Angel Zimmy because I thought, you know, if it was similar, that I would do a side-by-side. Poor innocent me was duped. I was duped. And that's okay, because you know why? Because this guy right here, he might still be good. Maybe in a couple weeks. Maybe in a couple years. I don't know. Maybe the funk will find its way out of this little cork, and it was not good. So I've done several tours at different distilleries, right? And then when you do their tastings, a lot of times they sell other libations, right? So they have vodkas and gins and things like that. And one of them that I went to, I think it was the only time I tasted a gin, they gave you a paper and they told you to write down, you know, what it smelled like, what it tasted like. And the nose that I got on it was dirty socks. Like it smelled like a teenager's bedroom. It was awful. But I tasted it because maybe it didn't taste that way. You know, it tasted the same way. And that was a gin. So therefore, I have never touched gin again. Now, we're not going to be that dramatic about this because this is whiskey and I love whiskey. And I will drink whiskey again and I will try new whiskeys again. My personal opinion is that there's too much of the wine in there. The color is super red. And if I'm correct, and I'm going by memory, so if I'm wrong, please politely correct me in the comments. Angel's Envy leaves theirs in the port barrels for like 18 months, I thought. And the color on this is not that super red color. So it really makes me wonder. I'm trying to see it, like, you know, whatever. Really makes me wonder if this 6 months in the barrel, if they took all the wine out, you know, and maybe their barrels were fresher than what Angel's Envy uses, and there was still some wine in. I don't know. I'm trying to come up. I'm making excuses. I just don't like it. It's not for me. It's not for my palate. So we're going to take a sip of this to make sure my palate's not broken, okay? Palate is definitely not broken. That tastes the way Angel's Envy always tastes to me, which is delicious. So with that being said, we're not going to waste our time with a rating on this. I'm not going to waste the time putting up the, you know, the ratings and the number. I don't have time for all that today because what I need to do is go get something in my mouth to get rid of that. But again, I will revisit this in a few weeks to see if anything has happened to it. And I hope that it does because I don't like not liking a whiskey. I will never, I'm not a drain pour type person. I know there's people that, I feel like some people get a flex and they're like, oh, it was a drain pour and they pour it down the drain. I don't think there's anything that bad. But if in a few weeks this isn't for me, I will find someone that does like it and I will be more than happy to gift them this bottle if it doesn't come around to me. So until then, I hope you guys are doing well and I hope you're making just people happy all over the place. We're going to do a cheers, but not, we're not going to use that, guy. Sorry. So until next week, y'all take care, make people smile, make them happy, and I will see you next week. Cheers.